today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. For the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Seems like a perpetual search for productive receivers for Philadelphia, but they think that Quez Watkins might be a keeper after his 2021. Earned a starting spot for much of the season and put up over 600 yards while averaging 15 per catch. They're giving the former 6th-rounder another opportunity and seeing if those numbers will keep growing.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Gibson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
On first down, Hurts. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Here we go now on first and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Running right, this is Gainwell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Wentz to throw on second down. He gets it to Thomas. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Eagles hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wentz now to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Scott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Scott. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jack Stoll, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. A big game here for Carson Wentz. He mostly got cheers. Some boos smattered in when he was announced before the game, but 35-32-1 was Wentz in his 5 years as the Phillies starter. His best year, well, you remember that one, 2017, finished 3rd at MVP voting, but a knee injury ended his season late and opened the door for Nick Foles to carry the Eagles to a Super Bowl title. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. That's one we'll continue to watch here in Week 3 of the NFL season. Wentz now on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Wentz to throw again. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On first down, Wentz. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. Now Wentz again. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's brought down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Wentz. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, a full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Kareem Hunt, take it over. 2 touchdowns thus far. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Jalen Reagor, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys...
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brand, that's just not right. You throw it over the middle into all that coverage, and the tip ball goes your way.
Dangerous, but hey, I guess the outcome worked, right?
Oh, boy, did it ever. And, boy, that's the type of play that can give a team a lot of momentum.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Jonathan Allen had a very nice season for Washington in 2021 with 9 sacks and his first career Pro Bowl nod. He continues to be a valuable centerpiece for that defensive line.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
A run here for J.D. McKissic. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On the counter, Gibson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Gibson again. Gets around him, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. On the draw, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz, middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, Gibson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Patrick Johnson from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll try the left side with Gainwell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Hurts throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw again on second down. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Janoris Robinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. Thomas brings it in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibson. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the carry, this is Scott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So Wentz and the Commanders down by a field goal, a little over a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
To throw is Wentz. Pass complete, Thomas. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Now Wentz. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on